Guys, today we are here with my boy, Ayo Lex. So he's gonna go ahead and introduce himself real quick while I get the tools ready.
I've been a big fan of Tito's channel for a long time. We moved from Michigan, so that was a big leap to come down here to Tampa. And like a year and a half ago, I did come to Shadow, the branded location Headlines. Everybody in here showed me love and just respect. I'm beginning my story here at Headlines Barbershop. Un saludo para mi mamá. Te quiero mucho y te extraño. Un beso y un abrazo muy fuerte.
Lex is actually gonna get a nice little transformation today. Typically, Lex has been keeping his hair really big and bulky all the way through, but I asked him, I'm like, bro, have you ever considered slimming up the sides just a little bit? Now, he said he doesn't like to do his fades like skin tight because how his bone structure, right? So what we're gonna do today is we are going to just smooth out the shape of his hair. He said that's the most important thing to him. And we're gonna switch him over from like this low taper to more of a high taper, which sometimes can be a bit challenging because of the smaller corner area. This is vertical bar. I have a student in the Six Figure Barber mentorship, my boy Blaine. I have an assignment to ask a mentor 10 questions. So we're gonna go through those questions as we go through the tutorial today. It's like a new style video. So the first question, what is something that you struggle with? So I'll be honest with you, something that I do actively struggle with as a barber, I would actually say is showing up consistently. I do show up consistently. Now, is it something that comes naturally? No. I think that's where having an amazing team around you comes around, that they hold you accountable. You guys talk about the goals that you share together, right? So if my whole team around me knows that I want to make six figures, double six figures in the shop, they're going to hold me accountable to be here every single day. As barbers, we easily could be like, hey guys, I got 3 or 4 of you guys today. I'd rather just come in tomorrow and squeeze you in with my next 10 or 15 guys. I could do that. We have that flexibility as barbers, right? That's the benefit of being self-employed, is the flexibility. But do you abuse the flexibility? So that is something that I actually personally struggle with. I choose not to succumb to it because I know what my goals are. The second question that Blaine asked me is, has there ever been a situation where I chose to refuse a client? I would say, instead of refusing a client, I would say you could set a very clear boundary. So I had a client one time that he came in, hey, how much is it for a cut? Okay, how much is it for a beard? I said, that'd be $5 extra for the beard. And he's like, okay, I'll cash app you for that. Bet. This client forgot to cash app me, so I sent him the text. I'm like, hey, I'm just following up on those $5, Because it's not about the $5, it's about the principle. Now this person's response was, oh, don't worry about it, bro. I'm gonna pay you next time I see you. That's not what we originally agreed to. So when it comes to that type of situation where a client is actively disrespecting your business, I was like, hey, that's not what we agreed to. That was a situation where when that text was ignored, then I hit him with the, hey, I'm gonna refer you to another barber because I can't have clientele that disrespects my business like that. Now again, it's not necessarily about the $5. What I was not willing to do was have clients that disrespect my business. But even in that case, I still didn't just say no. I still left him with another opportunity. I said, do you want me to refer you to another barber? Or would you just prefer to walk in and have another barber take care of you? So it is possible to say no to a client, but you don't have to be a jerk about it at the same time. That's the only time I've ever had to do that to a client. The third question that Blaine asked me is, where do you see the future of barbering? I see the future of barbering in a very, very bright place. I see the game being filled with more coachable barbers and more people who truly can see and value the potential of their careers. I think that the barbershop is gonna be viewed as a place where you get serviced by professionals. I think that there's gonna come a day where you go to the bank and you tell somebody, I run a barbershop, and just based off revenues alone, you're gonna get offered that $500,000 business loan. That's just not how it works right now because of how so many barbers over time have dragged down the industry. And I'm proud, both of us, Blaine, you too, we're all of us, even Lex, gonna be in the mentorship soon. All of us are proud to be part of the new direction of the barbering industry. Fourth question that Blaine asked me, what inspired you to be a barber? My dad ran his own business my whole childhood. And he ran a landscaping company. Started off small and then started to grow the crew little by little. And he was able to sustain our family. So I think it was pretty cool to see him do something that he was really passionate about. Even if I wasn't passionate myself about landscaping, but I still got to experience and witness, have a front row seat to watch a successful business being built. So the way that turned into haircutting was, I wanted to go to the barbershop every single week. So eventually I kind of took it into my own hands and I picked up that Gillette razor. I picked up that Gillette 5-blade and I started working on this little curve right here. I wanted them little pointed sideburns. So I started off with that and I did that enough to where one day we find a nice cheap pair of Conair clippers. I think we bought it from a Goodwill one day. And then I started practicing tapering myself. The moment that my haircut stopped getting super messed up, then I eventually started having people ask me, yo, who's cutting your hair? It's starting to look really good. And then I'm like, bro, come through. I got these Conairs at the crib, follow me home. You know, I'll give you the best haircut that I can for right now. And that's just where it started, man. Barbering was always, you know, the apple of my eye at that point forward. Number 5, the question is, who was your inspiration? But I think we actually covered that as far as that goes partially, right? The idea of being able to run your own business and support your family off of that was my dad, right? Like running his landscaping company. And then another inspiration, of course, were the barbers that I was going to at the time. The owner of the shop was Luke over at Capital Cuts Barbershop in Warner Robins, Georgia. My personal barber at that time, his name was Jerry. Whenever I get a chance, I don't go back home often, but I do every once in a while try to go visit them and catch up and see what they're up to, man, because Luke gave me my first opportunity, you know, as a barber, and that was inspirational in itself. You know, Jerry always giving me those consistent haircuts year after year. All those things came together and just inspired me to pursue this beautiful career. Question number 6, how many days per week do I recommend that a barber works, a brand new barber? Depends on your responsibilities, man. The more work that you put up front, the sooner you'll be able to reap the benefits of your labor. Right here in Headlines Barbershop, Matt put in the work 7 days a week. He had no excuse. No wife, no kids. He came in 7 days a week, and it took him less than 2 months to make his first $2,000 in 1 week. Is a beautiful testament to what hard work can get you. A lot of us just jump straight into here, yo, I'm gonna work Wednesday through Saturday. But is that the best choice career-wise? I don't think I could say so. The answer is as much as physically possible. If it means 7 days a week and it's not gonna kill you, I would recommend it. So his next question was, shop owner versus chair renter. What are the pros and cons? I really think that so many more people are gonna benefit from being a chair renter because you will be able to leave work at work and then you don't have to have the mental strain going on vacation. How are my guys doing back at the shop? Have a lot less overhead. The only overhead that you're gonna have is that weekly rent amount. If it's not in your heart to provide opportunities for barbers, I would not recommend owning a barbershop. Because if you get into barbershop ownership for the money, then your culture is gone. When decision time comes, am I gonna make a decision to make the shop more money, or am I gonna make a decision for the culture of the barbers? That's where there can be a contradiction. So I would say that if you're somebody who what fills your cup is putting yourself in the role of a mentor, I would say that is where barbershop ownership is for you. How long have I been a barber is question number 8. So officially, I have only been a barber licensed since the year 2018. But now remember, it was 2011, 2012 when I first started picking up that first Gillette, you know, and then I started lining myself up and stuff like that. Final question that Blaine gave me is, what is your number 1 recommendation for success for a barber? And bro, I'm gonna give you the same answer that I give every single barber that asks me that, and it's consistency. If you're inconsistent in the that you set with your clients, how are you gonna be considered reliable for them? That's a whole nother thing when it comes to consistency, man. You get that video, you get that cutting system, you lock in on it. You can pick up tips and tricks from people, but don't throw away your whole cutting system just because you've seen a new YouTube video release. Now, after you become more experienced and you've got your clients and you already know you can handle almost any cutting style, then you could play around if you get bored. But we're talking about building a strong foundation, especially for barber students. Consistency is so important in the beginning. Now, yes, I did get a lot of this experience through my own ventures, my own mistakes and whatnot. But above all, guys, I would definitely recommend that you guys seek mentorship. Whether it's with our program, the Zoom 45 Six-Figure Barber Mentorship, or even if it's just a local barber that like you look up to, someone who you know has been successful, seek mentorship. Definitely, it's so important above all to be humble enough to seek mentorship. You know, Basio is the one who started the Six-Figure Barber Mentorship by reverse engineering every step that he took in his career to get to the point where he is now. And now that the mentorship is growing and we have these different coaches and more alumni who've gone through the program, now it's all about growth. It's all about helping you get to the next level. It's just all about paying it forward, man, because none of us would have gotten to where we are without proper mentorship. That's why we want to help you guys do the same. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this transformation. Not really so much of a tutorial, but more of an informational seminar. And if you guys have any questions about the stuff we did talk about in today's video, follow me on Instagram, Tito Cuts Tampa Bay. Drop a comment here in the video, and let's have a conversation, man. I'm just trying to help you guys skip over the mistakes that I made early in my career. And it's pretty cool, man, to also kind of go down memory lane and remember the beginning of the journey, you know? So, Lane, I appreciate you asking all these questions for us today, man, and I hope your class enjoys. Hey, yo, Lex.
Yo, dímelo.
What's going on, bro? You like the cut?
Yeah, bro, I love
You like the transformation?
Yeah.
So what do you think about having it like a lot slimmer on the sides?
Yes.
Rather than like having it kind of more puffy how you did originally.
Yeah, so now like, you know, actually like fits my face structure and it just, you know, contours to my head shape. So.
Cool. You like how that came out better?
I love it, bro.
All right, bet. Awesome. Listen, man, thank you guys for staying tuned in. And then we're going to drop Lex's info. He has a YouTube channel now too. So we're going to link that. Yeah, follow it, man. We're going to put the IG and the YouTube in the description below. Catch you guys in the next one.